Hello everybody, Chris at Hunters Estate Agents on Sea Road and Fulwell. Something a little different for today's video. When I'm out and about talking to people, I often get cracking with people and they say to me, "I'd love your job, must be great going around all these houses." And yeah, it is, it's pretty good, I do enjoy it. So what I thought I'd do is I'd show behind the scenes, look at what a valuer does at an estate agent. So I'm going to take a load of little clips all through today, put them all together, just to give you a bit of an insight to what we do. Some of it's good, some of it's not so good, but that's just a typical day at work. So we're going to start at 7:30. I've got to get myself in the office, so I'll see you there. Bye. Alright kids, Dad's off to work. See you tonight. Bye.
Sell some houses.
I will. Bye. Right, just about 8 o'clock. Time for the most important job of the day, and that is for me to go and get myself a coffee. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Right, got me coffee, ready to go. It's only been a few doors off from Greg's. A bit too close sometimes. Right, I'm in a bit earlier than I normally would be today. Normally, the first thing we'd do as an office is about 9:15, we'd do a meeting, a team meeting, where we'd run through everything that's happening at the moment. We'll go through everything that happened yesterday, looking at any offers that came in, any new instructions that are coming to the market, any problems that we might have with any of our deals that we've agreed. And basically just each team member inputs what they're up to, and if there's any problems, gives us an opportunity to hopefully overcome them during the day. And one of the things we look at is what business or possible business opportunities we've got that day. So today, for example, I've got 5 appointments, so my diary's full for today. I'll be out of the office most of the day, so it's important that I get everything done in the next 45 minutes or so. First appointment's at 9 o'clock. Normally it would be around about 10 or 10:30. But that was the only time the vendor could fit in, so obviously we work around people, so the first one's at 9. So it's important that I spend the next 45 minutes or so, get everything ready for the appointments. I've got 4 valuations today. So what I need to do for valuation is I need to prepare for it basically. I can't just turn up at somebody's house and value the property without knowing much about it. There's an awful lot of information out there. Anyone who takes an interest in the property market will know that you can find out sold prices, etc. pretty easily off Rightmove and Zoopla and a few other resources as well. Being an estate agent, we have access to a bit more information on Rightmove. It's called Rightmove Plus, and we use that as a good resource. And what that tells us is it doesn't just tell us sold prices of houses in the area. It can tell us if a property's been off for sale before and come off the market. It can see when properties in the area have been on the market and haven't sold, which is usually information that you can't see as easily on Zoopla and Rightmove, etc. So we use that as a good tool to give us an idea of where we're starting from. The first thing I always look for when I'm going to valuation is I look to see how long the people have been in the property and what they paid for it. I never walk into a house without knowing what the owners paid for it. It's just a pretty basic information that you should have. So I'll have a look to see what they paid for it. The information from one of the staff when they've been taking the appointments over the phone should tell me if they've done any extensions, excuse me, any improvements, anything like that. So I'll use that information. For instance, 3-bed semi-detached in Fulwell is my first valuation. Hopefully that'll be a nice house. So I'll look within the few streets around that, see what's sold, how much it's sold for, how this property fits in with that, what the current market conditions are like, how many buyers we've got registered for that kind of property, shows the kind of interest that could get within the first week or 2 of marketing. All important information. So I'll put all that together, I'll do like a little pack for each vendor with all the information in, and I'll take that with me to the valuation. Now, a valuation normally goes along the lines of go in the house, introduce yourself, say hello, hopefully meet the homeowners, have a chat, find out what their plans are, or they're planning to stay in the area, or they're looking to move on. Just a nice sort of open chat to get a feel for the people who hopefully be selling the home with us. Once we've had a chat, I'll ask to be shown around the house and have a chat as we'll go around about improvements, etc. What features the owners like about their house, something that I could highlight to a potential buyer. So we'll have a walk around and then finish us off with a sit down where we'll talk about the valuation. What I like to do is I like to show people examples of where I'm getting my valuation from. I'm not just plucking a figure out of thin air. I'll show them the evidence where the valuations come from, so hopefully everyone's on the same page. It's always a bit of an awkward situation when you're given a valuation and the vendor's expecting something way higher. It does happen. I always try and be honest. It's easy to nod your head and go along with it and say, yeah, that's great, yeah. But the problem you've got then is in a few weeks' time when you haven't had any viewings and the vendor's on the phone saying, why is nobody coming to see my house? I'd rather get it across straight away that, you know, what I think is a realistic valuation. Obviously we work together with the vendor. There's nothing wrong with trying something at a bit higher price, but you can usually tell within the first 2 or 3 weeks of marketing if no one's coming through the door, there's something wrong. And generally it'll be the price. So yeah, everything getting ready for the valuations. I'll also show people what we can do for them as far as marketing is concerned. So the trusty iPad comes in handy. All of our houses get the same marketing treatment, which is professional photography, a floor plan and a virtual tour. Whether it's a £50,000 flat or a £1 million home, you all get the same. Excuse me. I like my properties to look as best they can. It's so important. Make it stand out from the competition, and that's what we do. So I can show potential vendors an example of what we do and show them how the property is going to be marketed, where it's going to be marketed, who's going to be looking after them in the office. All those type of things are important, and hopefully persuade them that we are the best agent for them. Some people get 2 or 3 agents out, some people just get 1. You can never tell. It's nice when if there's 2 or 3 agents going out and pick you, it does make you feel great. It's nice to beat the competition. You know, every agent's the same, we're all in competition with each other, so it is nice to get them on board to the detriment of your competition. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do before I go to evaluation. Getting prepared, that's the most important thing, I think. So I'll get all my little packs ready, I'll get everything packaged up, I'll have a quick word with the staff before I go. It'll be in just before 9, or 8:45, just in case there's anything I need to know about. And then I'll be out for most of the day, going from appointment to appointment. So the first one's a set of photos, which is nice, a cottage in Fulwell. So I'll do a little video when I get up there. Okay, thanks.
Right, hello again. That's the first job done today, set of photos on Bartram Street in Fulwell. Really nice little house, Eden Cottage it's called, 2 bedrooms. So I've done the photos for that. I'll start sorting those out when I get back to the office, either tonight or if I get half an hour during the day or tomorrow morning. Now I'm off to the next evaluation, which is only a couple of minutes away, so I like to get there early, do a little bit of last minute research, make sure I haven't missed anything, and into that valuation. So wish me luck. See you later. Right, just called for my 10:30 appointment and there's no answer, which is really frustrating. Tried to ring them, no answer, banging on the door, definitely nobody there. Double check that we've got the right time and the right house, definitely. So it's really frustrating. You know, we could have fitted somebody else in the time that we had allocated for it. And what often happens as well when somebody's forgot or they've made a mistake or something, you don't get called back out because they feel a bit embarrassed because they've you know, they haven't been in. So they don't call you back out when they are ready to go ahead, and the property ends up going on with somebody else and you don't even get a chance. So it's pretty frustrating. Anyway, in the meantime, on the drive up here, my tyre pressure monitor's pinged off, so it looks like I've got a problem with one of my tyres, so I've got a little bit of time to go and sort that out. Happy days. Then I'm off back to the office, but it gives us a chance to get a head start on the photos and what have you I've got to do. So next stop, tyre place and then the office. See you shortly.
Hello again, back in the office after my trip to the tyre place. I'm £50 worse off than I was this morning, but I've got to work in tyre again, never mind. Right, so back in the office, we've tried ringing again to the appointment where there was nobody in, still no answers, so I'm going to scratch that one for today anyway. Like I said, it's pretty frustrating. You know, we could have done other things in the time. It's not the most frustrating one, I'll tell you what really gets us laughing really is you'd be amazed how many people ring up to book a valuation, then either they're not in like this one or they'll ring up on the day, and what it is, they've signed up with another agent but they don't want to tell us that. So what it is, they'll ring up and say, I've been called into work, can't make it, I'll call back to rearrange, and then a couple of days later you see it on Rightmove. We had a spate of them one week. Honestly, it was like everyone who booked a valuation rang in with us being called into work. I was getting worried that you book a valuation with hunters, you find yourself getting called into work, but never mind. Happens now and again, you know, but never mind. It is what it is. Right, so extra time has given me a chance to get stuck into the pictures and what have you. The way we do our marketing, all the pictures get sent off to an external company who take care of everything. bit of a gloomy day today. So the photos I've taken externally, they get brightened up with a drop of blue sky in, just to make it look all nice and sunny. Always sunny in Sunderland, which is nice to see on our photos. So it's given us a chance to do that. I've got that sorted. I've got the camera charging up in case we need to do any more photos today. In the meantime, it's given me an opportunity to put a sneak peek video on Facebook, which is where I was stood outside the house and I was doing the photos, just a little introduction of what we've got coming on. Hopefully get a bit of interest going before it actually comes live. The microphone I bought for that wasn't working, so the sound's not great. So it's turning into one of these days. Great idea to do the behind the scenes today. But not a worry. So I've got that on the go. Facebook's done. Got myself a cup of tea. And I'm going out shortly in 10 minutes time for the next one. This afternoon I'm over to the Broadway. That's my next appointment. We've taken some photos nearby of one which will be coming live today or tomorrow. So again, I'm going to do a little sneak peek video of that if I've got time and get that on Facebook later today. Facebook is it's an interesting avenue. You know, some people are camera shy and the staff wouldn't let me film them for the team meeting. They don't like being on the camera. Me, I'm not so bothered. If it gets people selling their houses with us, I'll do anything. So the sneak peek videos just gets people, hopefully it drums up a little bit of interest before it goes live. It's nice to line up some viewings as well as going through the database of buyers that we've got. Social media, it's so powerful. It's certainly a double-edged sword. We like putting properties on there, you know, getting attention. You do get the odd negative comment, which I do delete most of them. And the reason I delete them is if there's no basis to them, if there's no substance behind the comment. If it's just a, don't like the look of that house, you're asking that money for it. I don't think it really adds anything. I'm certainly not going to get involved in an argument on Facebook. You can't win. So I'll just take the comment off. That's somebody's house, that's somebody's talking about, that's somebody's pride and joy. You know, I wouldn't like put my house on there and reading negative comments about it. You know, if you've got nothing nice to say, that's not to say anything really. But we do use Facebook. We're trying to get onto TikTok. I posted a video a couple of months back. I have a little girl doing the TikTok because I just could not get to grips with it. But I'm trying to get my head around that. Social media, obviously going forward, all platforms are going to be really important. TikTok's got a really young average age user sort of thing, 20 to 25 or something. But you know, if we get our brand in front of them now, as they, you know, get older and look to buy a house, sell a house, and that, hopefully we've, you know, we've got ourselves in front of them at some point, and hopefully they'll think of us when they're thinking about buying or selling the house. So that's why we're doing it on every platform, really. I think the only thing I stay away from really is LinkedIn. LinkedIn's more business to business. I don't think it's quite the right platform for advertising houses and what have you. But right, so that's where we're at today so far. So hope you're finding this enjoyable. It's quite funny doing it. It's feels strange, but yeah. Next time you see me, I'll be across the Broadway. Ready to do another little bit of an update. Okay, thanks. See you then. Back again. Been out for a couple of valuations. I wasn't in them too long. First one I was in and out. Early days for both of them. Nobody's committing to making a decision, which is fair enough. Early days, give them some ideas on value, on prices, what they can be looking at. So we'll revisit them and in a few weeks' time just to follow up, see how they're getting on. I think it'll probably be next year for both of them. Don't think anything will be happening this side of Christmas. So that's that done. I've got one left today, which is a little bit later on. And now I've got a little bit of time, which I forgot to mention earlier. I've got to do my follow-up calls from yesterday. I was out to 3 valuations yesterday. I need to follow up with them to see if they made any decision on what they're doing. I'll be honest with you, this is the worst part of my job. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I don't take the rejection very well. Which you've got to have a thick skin. I don't think I have. Robin, who does the valuing along with me these days, she's very good at this. She's no problem at all. Me, I do shy away from it, absolutely. So I'm going to make a few phone calls now and see how we get on with those ones from yesterday. Nice house as well. I'll be, you know, really pleased to get them, but we shall see. So I'll update you shortly. I'm just going to get on the phone. Okay, phone call's done. 3 calls to make. Got 3 people in. Well, 3 people answered the phone. We've got a bit of a mixed bag. We've won 1, lost 1, and drawn 1 really. First one coming on. Photos booked in for Monday next week, which is great. The second one, I've gone with another agent. Boo. Which is a shame. But as much as I like to win them all, you can't. Just said the preferred what the other agent had to say, which is a shame. So yeah, you've got to have a thick skin, but I just think, well, have I not done my job to, you know, the standard that I should have? Have I not getting it across why we think, you know, we're the best agent for the vendor? But you know, this is why I don't like it, because you start second guessing yourself. You know, did I say something wrong? Did I not do something? Did I not say something? I think you just got to realise that you think after like nearly 7 years of doing this, I'd be okay with it, but never mind. And the third one, I haven't made any decision. I don't think that'll be coming on anytime before Christmas. So I say 1-1, lost 1, drawn 1. It's not too bad. But that's that done. I say I do shy away from it. I hate picking that phone up and getting the rejection at times. Never mind, all done. Right, so last appointment of the day. I'll go up to that one, get that one sorted, and I'll do a little update after that, and then that'll be just about a full day in the life of a valuer. Exciting, isn't it? Right, see you shortly. Hello, back again. Right, that's my appointment's done for the day. So I've come back home. I was on that side of town anyway, so I thought I may as well just come home rather than going back to the office and do everything I need to do from here. Been an interesting day, ups and downs as usual. Not the best start. Well, took some nice photos this morning, then we had that one when they weren't in, and I had my tie to sort out. But since then, have some met some nice people, had some good chats with people. Managed to get a little bit on Facebook, a bit on social media. Still got a few bits and pieces to do. Yeah, so now what's the rest of my day like? I've got to put the brochure together for that house that I took the photos at this morning. I need to get on with that. I need to check my emails. I haven't had a chance for that yet. As the owner of the business, I've got to check what bills have come in and pay those. Don't like that bit, but must be done. And also have a look at the diary to see what we've got on tomorrow and do a little bit of prep for that if I need to. But I'm doing all that from here. So we managed to do a couple of sneak peeks today. I've got that one on this morning from Barton Street, and I've got one recorded at Lothian Close at the Broadway that I need to put on. So that's taken care of that. Had some nice conversations with people. So we haven't managed to sign anybody up today, but it's people getting figures to give them something to think about, which I think kind of says where we are in the marketplace right now. It's been a frenzy pretty much since the end of the first lockdown last year. It's continued this year up until the end of September with the stamp duty. Things have cooled off, no doubt about it. I think it's probably fair to say it's ticking over. We've still got a few properties to come on over the next week, which will all be going on Facebook as well as Rightmove and what have you. So yeah, ticking over is probably a fair description. I think hopefully once things settle down, say at the minute every time you put the news on, there seems to be new disaster developing, if it's empty shelves, fuel prices, fuel shortages. Uncertainty in any market certainly hasn't affected. It's the same in the housing market. People get a bit nervous and they think, well, I'll just sit tight for now. So I think that's reflected by the 4 people I've spoken to yesterday and today, 4 different households who were just getting some figures to have a think about things, and they'll probably see where they are in January, February. So that's what I'd expect to see going forward. Ticking over, hopefully in the new year we'll see things really pick up again. But that's about it. So yeah, that's about it for me. That's pretty much my day done. Bit of paper shuffling to do. You don't want to see that. Saw the video this morning when the kids saw us off with the sell some houses. I always tell them I'll come back and say I've sold about 10 houses today. I don't know how many houses we have sold today. I haven't had a chance to catch up with the staff. That'll be in the morning. Won't be 10, unfortunately, but hopefully it's a couple. But the kids think I'm great because selling 10 houses every day. Be nice. So that's about it. Yeah. If you watch this video, I hope you've found it, a little bit interesting, perhaps. If you've got any questions at all, please let me know. Comments, I welcome them be in the comments, absolutely. And I appreciate you watching it. I hope it's been okay. So anything at all, please get in touch. 0191 594 7788 on the phone, or feel free to email me on chris.kelly@hunters.com. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.